Hi friends in Artland, welcome to the Seb Duke Show. The show where we talk about art marketing and mindset. My name's Seb Duke, and I'm an artist and art marketing consultant. I'm here to help artists like you market your art to reach the right audience and enhance your mindset in order to become more productive and efficient in whatever tasks you tackle. Twice a week, I bring you inspiring and practical advice to help guide you on your path to artistic greatness. And I do this because I truly believe that all art deserves to be seen, and that starts with yours. Monday episodes are for mindset advice in order to start your week right, while Friday episodes are for art marketing advice so you can start your weekend with fresh ideas to work on. Now, we're about to start episode 7, How to Escape the Echo Chamber. This episode was inspired by Joanne Brouillette, an abstract artist from Montreal who follows me on Instagram. When I announced I was relaunching the podcast, I actually made an Instagram post and asked my followers to propose topics. And she asked what I thought was a great question. So great, in fact, I decided to turn it into an episode. And her question is quite universal because I'd say almost every artist on Instagram will struggle with this at some point. Her question was, how can we get more followers who are not artists and are actually interested in purchasing art? Because reality is, it's really easy to build an echo chamber on Instagram where you start following a bunch of other artists and you are being followed back by a bunch of other artists. Thing is, while it's great to have the support of your community, it's great to have other artists engage with you, give you advice, they don't tend to buy a lot of art. Their primary objective on Instagram is to sell art. Their covert objective when engaging with other people is to generate engagement back on their page. Some of them will follow you for inspiration, they might be engaging with you, hoping you'll engage back with them. It's kind of like a comment trading thing. I comment on your stuff, you comment on my stuff, but we ain't buying each other's art. So while it's great, it's not the end-all be-all. You could have 100,000 followers. If all of them are artists, you might get high engagement, but very, very low sales. So that begs the question, how do you get more followers who are not artists? I'll be honest with you, this is kind of like one of those episodes that just wrote itself. When Joanne asked her question, wrote it in like 15 minutes. Now, here's how you do it. There's 2 ways. One is labor intensive. It will require you to deploy efforts every day. The other one is quicker, but it'll cost you money. Let's start with the first one, the one that's quite labor intensive. This method requires you to actively seek out these types of followers one by one. People who are interested in art, but are not artists themselves. And this is how you do it. First, you need to find artists' pages who create art that is similar to yours. So same style, same genre. Now look at their recent posts. Who has been commenting on their posts? Ignore the artists. They don't matter. You want to find individuals who are not artists, but are leaving thoughtful, appreciative comments on their posts. They're the kind of people you want to follow you because they're interacting and engaged. They like what they see, so you want to get them to come and follow you on your page. So first, as I said, you need to look for artists you like who are in a niche that is similar to yours. Ideally, artists that seem like they have a sizable following. Go look at their recent posts. Identify the people who are commenting that are not artists. Respond to their comments. Expand on their point. Compliment them and tell them how right they are. Then afterwards, click on their profile and go take a look at who they are. Get a feel for who that person is. Then, you like a few of their recent pictures. Leave a few comments on some of these pictures. Try to identify what's important for them in their lives. Now, if there's a few pictures with their dog, compliment their dog. If there's pictures of them with their kids, compliment their kids on how cute they are. Praise works great. Questions work great, because if you ask questions, they'll be compelled to answer you back. So yeah, you go on their personal profiles and you actually engage with them. The sequence will look super organic to them, because the way they receive it, it'll look like you found them through their comment. Then you visited their page and genuinely liked what you saw. The order of the notifications will start with a comment back on their comment, then a few likes on their personal page, and then a few comments on their page. So the sequence will look like it happened organically. It's like networking, but online. Oh, and please, and this is really, really, really important. Never, ever ask for people to follow you back. This just reeks of desperation. Never even suggest that people follow you. They're not dumb. They know how this works. If they like what you do, they know what to do. Asking for a follow almost guarantees you that all you'll get will be a pity follow. They won't engage with your posts, and they definitely won't be customers, so please never beg for a follow. But if you leave genuine comments, if you actually engage in an authentic way, chances are they'll at least take a look at your profile. Then it's going to be up to them whether or not they decide to follow you. But with this tactic, you can actually reach the kind of potential followers, people who are not artists, who actually enjoy some art and are engaged. If you do this for 10 accounts a day, it'll take you 30 minutes or like roughly 3 minutes per account. And if you contact 10 people and convert 3 a day into new engaged followers on average, within a month, you'll have 100 engaged non-artist followers. So there you go, Joanne. That's how you do it. Now, on to the other strategy, the one that costs money. Have you ever heard of art influencers? You know, those Instagram accounts that share art all day long. They'll have like tens of thousands of followers, sometimes hundreds of thousands of followers. Some will even have millions of followers. They'll share your art for a fee. Now, these pages are going to be followed by artists and also by people who just enjoy seeing art in their feed. So it's totally possible to get in touch with those pages, pay them a fee, and then they will share your art with their followers. Now, how much does it cost? Really depends on the art influencer account. Some will charge $5, some will charge almost $200. It can range from anywhere in between. What kind of results can you expect? Well, it really varies depending on the page's quality, or in other words, who follows it. Does the page have a lot of engaged followers, or are the posts gathering very few likes or comments despite having hundreds of thousands of followers? So like sometimes you can get 1,000 followers for what will cost you $50. Sometimes you might get 200 followers for $10. Sometimes you might get 5,000 for $25. It really all depends. It depends on the quality of the picture you submit. It depends on when the post goes up. depends on the caption that accompanies it, depends on a lot of factors. Now, you can get some really good results, but only if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to waste a lot of money. Because there's kind of an art to negotiating and getting maximum value out of these art influencers. There are ways to pay less money than they're asking for and then get more value out of it. To know more about how to navigate through this very complex world, check out my book called How to Grow with Art Influencers. You'll learn everything you need to know about it so that you can avoid making critical mistakes and get maximum value for your money. So just visit sebduke.com and head over to the store section or check the links in my show notes. I'll have it down there. Alright, that's what wraps it up for today's episode of the Seb Duke Show. Joanne, I hope that answers your question. I'm going to be signing off for today. I hope you make today a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.